So there is first question which has come in. Let me pick it up from Gaurav. Gaurav, you have asked us like 6 questions. So which one do I choose? Dinesh sir, there is a question which is coming your way.
Yeah, I
He's
know, I know. I have read that, and I would love to see Gaurav. Gaurav, इतना task दिया है तुमने, तुम्हारी शक्ल देखूंगा ना पहले. Where are you, Gaurav?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Hi,
You're there?
sir. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm here only.
Yes, Gaurav. Okay. So, I have seen your questions, Gaurav, and there are 6 questions, and maybe I'll try to answer, although I could not copy that, but maybe let me see if I can copy and articulate myself. Just give me a second.
sure.
Let me write it somewhere.
So the first very interesting question which has caught my eye is how do you qualitatively identify if a brand
Yeah.
has attained cash cow status? So that is definitely a wish list for any brand manager that the brand reaches the cash cow status. And how do you qualify that?
Okay. Gaurav, it's an interesting question. How a particular brand has achieved a cash cow status, because in terms of according to me, if the brand actually starts giving you a 40 percentage of gross contribution, I think you are actually doing a good job. Right. However, according to me, when you in the current scenario, although cash cow is a very beautiful word and all those things, there's always a scope for you to expand the indications or expand the geographies and all those things. But having said that, I fundamentally feel that if your brand size, actually in some particular market, like I know there is one of my brand managers over here. There's one brand in that particular category which is a 55 crore brand, and the second brand is only a 9 crore brand. So whether that 55 crore brand actually has achieved a cash cow status, the answer is still no. The answer is still no, because there's a lot of scope for that particular brand also to progress, right? But having said that, there are different internal in my experience, uh, if you actually, I'll go internally, if your brand starts giving you profits, of around 40-50 percentage internally, and if you actually have sustained your position almost for 3 years, which is 3x of your second competitor, I think you're doing a good job.
Great, sir. Actually, these questions are very relevant to my brand because I am in Sanofi and handling Lantus, who has already crossed
Oh,
500 crore.
Okay.
oh,
Who has already crossed 500 crores. So I'm just very keen to know that because organization expectations are in a different league altogether, and I've been assigned this task to give it a edge because already we are the market leader. That's why my questions are like that only.
correct, correct, correct.
So yes,
My
you're right.
suggestion, my suggestion always, first of all, I think it's a good job that you're handling one of the biggest brand of pharma industry. Number one. Second is, my sense is that, and let me tell you, in our lifestyle, in our lifespan, my dad itself, he used to, use Lantus, right? And I'm absolutely a huge fan of this particular brand. But coming to the point, whether Lantus can still be grown or not, the answer is definitely it can be grown. Because there are a lot of marketing things which actually we, sometimes because एक brand इतना बड़ा हो जाता है कि लगता है कि that it cannot be grown. But my sense is that it still has not achieved this cash cow. So your boss is definitely pressurizing you, which is good. Samina has raised the hand. Samina कुछ बोलना चाह रही है.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a few more points to what Dinesh already covered. One aspect, I think when we talk about cash cow, it takes us to the BCG matrix, and that's something, that brings into our heads. Okay.
I know.
And yeah, and sir has already touched base, when you are touching a more than 40% market share in the category, that's point number one. You are among the top 2 brands, point number 2. You are in a category which is not growing at more than 5 or 10%. Point number 3, you also already touched upon the EBITDA when it is more than 50%. I think that's point number 4. These are a couple of elements that comes together. And I think it's also investment when it is less than 10% of your total revenue. That means you're spending less and earning more. All of these, when they come together, it defines whether your product is a brand is a cash cow or not. having touch base on Lantus, I could make it out from your background already, Vishwa. I think the element here is what is the size of the anti-diabetic market today in volumes, then value, number one. And second is what is the growth rate? If we see anti-diabetic, we are the capital, India is the capital for diabetes in the world. And the kind of growths that we see are not going to slow down for diabetes. So I honestly, agree with Dinesh sir. It's not a cash cow for the brand. It's not maturity stage. I think the brand can still have a lot of potential to continue to grow.
Hope Samina
Great.
doesn't become your
Thanks.
boss over a period of time, Gaurav. You have a tough time.
Right.